Hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. Ah, I'm back again for another day of 939 on Called In. Who knows how far we'll get today? I'm feeling a little bit more energized. I make no promises though. I've been rayed out exhausted. But here we go. Oh my goodness. Here we go. And fortunately or unfortunately, I actually have to leave the house today, so it's been all over the place. Oh, I'm just trying to find where I need to start. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry. I'm still one of the reason I have to go out is I ran out of Viavance yesterday, so I don't have my normal get up and go because it got up and left. But when I go out, I'm also going to reward myself by doing other chores. Oh my goodness. I am I'm making a lot of big progress on my video space upstairs. So while my crafting room for a good long time will probably still be downstairs, my streaming space potentially could be moving upstairs. I say potentially because there's still quite a bit that has to get done, and we all know how well my ADHD works. So, okay, just up. Zooming in. Okay. Today's goals. Oh, hello. I saw. I am also over today, but for similar but very different reasons. My beautiful dogs decided that 5:30 was the good time to wake me up, because that's what we do. That um but let me see if I can. Where is it? Oh, I guess the pepper cam was turned off. Let's see. Well, the pepper cam's not working, but my lovely dogs woke me up at 5:30 this morning. My ads are gonna start. Oh, yeah, my ads are starting soon, so I'm not gonna start a conversation. But after ads, I will. Okay, so kids choosing violence because dad is gone. I've noticed your munchkin has been choosing violence quite a bit. Um and that you miss need a vacation. Oh, I wish I could offer anything, but I mean, if you come down here, you got you got dogs that think 5:30 is an appropriate time to wake people up. So, in my adventures, I've been micro cleaning. So this morning I didn't get a whole bunch of cleaning done because I'm also working on checking my inventory. Sorry, I thought I had a burp coming and it didn't happen. Because my first craft fair is March 14th. It's the senior class. They've been doing a craft fair for 3 years. It was the very first craft fair I did ever, and I just it's $30 to project graduation. I have a lot of fun, and so it's gonna be the one I do every year as long as I can. But oh no, Snickerdoodle. If you're coming down for a vacation, Hubs and Kids, stay with Hubs and Kids. It's only the jewels. And generally I'm not like that. Generally I'm not like that. But you need just jewels time. Well, we can we can we can work in the shadows because I am due for one of the things I was dealing with just as I logged on is a coworker messaged me and was like, "Hey, can you come in at noon tomorrow?" It's not a big deal. I think I'm on the desk. I think I'm on the desk tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm still just wiped. Um, but uh la 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 la. And so she's like, "Can you come in at noon?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." So that's what I was dealing with just as I. So, sincerely hoping that the contract worker we have works out. And I'll tell you why. We're down so many people that the only option, unless someone steps up on a rotating basis to fill in the full-time gap we have in the overnight, is that I stay until, on the nights I'm working, I stay until 2 in the evening or 2 in the morning, and then the morning supervisor comes in and at 2, and then yeah. So oh, I've already started to bore the little dragon. Poor little dragon. But so this morning, I've decided that I'm gonna refine my finishing of my crochet projects. And instead of like being, oh, I must put it together now, to make it all together so I can say it's done. I'm gonna take the time to do the like what I the time like with what I spend with my cross stitch. I take the time to get it done high class, because I'm not saying that just putting it together all on its own is incorrect, but I'm trying to improve my skills. So I have been I need to get a flat iron. That's what I'm hoping when I go out to my thrifting today. And it's not a flat iron for me or my hair, because my hair is even straightened. It just makes it uniform. Like, my hair doesn't get straightened by a flat iron. It just makes it kind of the same level of straight. Actually, it gives it a little bit more volume. But I want to get a flat iron so I can iron my crochet pieces. So those are today's hopes and adventures. Oh my goodness. But I'm also going through all my inventory, because I had, at the very last show last year, I had a major fall. A lot of my stuff fell out, and it was rain, sleet, snowing. It was bullshitting outside. And so I'm going through all my inventory, cleaning up what I need to clean up, making sure all the broken stuff is taken out so I don't tote that around. So it's work. So I'm working in a 10 column right now, just going down, because it seems to be the easiest. Let's see if I couldn't get Pupper Cam to work. Yeah. Well, 40 rows? You got this! You go! Yeah! Yeah, and yeah, the spikies are... Yeah. No, so, like, with my video space, I'm using a lot of scrap construction material. I'm using a lot of leftover drywall. Some of it doesn't have clean edges. There's going to be a lot of taping, mudding, and sanding and that kind of thing, but I'm also covering it in drywall, and it's not a huge wall that I'm doing. It's quite literally like a 10 by 6 wall, and it's a triangle, so it's where it's 10 feet long at the base. It's not 6 feet tall all the way across, so it's not a big project. I'm trying to determine. But I've been slowly, like, taking the pieces up to the space, because I don't know what pieces I'm going to use. I don't know how it's all going to fit, so I'm just going to bring it all up there, puzzle it together, and then bring what I'm not using back down to other areas of the house where I also need to puzzle piece drywall together. Yeah. That's like me telling myself, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I do need to. Oh yeah, Dragon sent me a link to a 5 pound roll of glue gun glue. Um, I I use a fair amount of hot glue. 5 pounds is excessive. Um, but I have both a full size glue gun and a mini. I I just rescue glue sticks from thrift stores. I see like I just grab it from thrift stores. I'm like, I don't care. But I do care. But at the same time, I don't care. I'm trying to keep stuff out of landfills. That's a lot of what I do with my crafting. Is I'm trying to keep stuff out of landfills. Oh. uh, I love using stitch markers as spot holders. Like, oh hey, I'm not working on this particular part right now. Like for example, let me see if I can. Like, I have a foot that I'm working on. I have a foot. I have one. The blue one is the blue stitch marker is the counter where the start of the row is, and the red stitch marker is holding it so I will not accidentally pull all of my work out. I got excited and then I saw it was my bot. I was like, more people to talk to. hey, you know. So tonight down here in the States is our State of the Union address. And I can't stand to listen to that man talk. So I think I might watch it via proxy through the Find Out podcast guys, because I can listen to them much more than I can listen to the Tangerine talk. For now. That's okay. Just like the old days. Well, I was gone for so long, I'm pretty sure people thought that I gave up when just work sucks ass. That's all it is. My job sucks ass. Yeah, I can't. Because then I try to figure out what he's saying and then I get confused and angry because I've heard many people slaughter the English language. I have heard people use words that don't go there. But the bold-faced lies that man tells, like, and there's no regret, like, no regret. And quite honestly, the only thing keeping me out of prison right now is the fact that I wouldn't be able to do arts and crafts. Quite honestly, because I'd at least get better healthcare in prison. And that's kind of scary to think about because there are people who die from lack of healthcare in prison, and I'd still get better healthcare in prison. Yeah, normally I start cross stitching a little bit before, like I log in. Today was not one of those days. I was busy busy ironing out dragons up until just before I hit the stream now, but that I got to start paying attention here soon. I think this is the last row where it's all just fill in the spots. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we gotta pay attention. So last night we didn't get a whole lot of snow last night. We got a whole lot of blowing around. Um, like it was slippy slidey snow. Don't get me wrong. It was slippy slidey. It was not a fun ride home. But it wasn't a lot. And we're apparently Thursday or Friday we're supposed to get more. And I'm like, whatever. I live in Maine. I don't get excited about snow. Though Boston and New York City they got a lot of snow. Like I will give places that are not used to snow or big metro areas that don't have places to put the snow. I will give it to you. It sucks. I got a whole cliff that I can push the snow off of. I've now entered the pay attention section of the color. In the past couple of days, it's just been fill in the hole, and it's all that color. But now we've gotten to the areas where there's still other colors that I have to be mindful of. And I make no promises how long stream's gonna go today. I have a goal. But we'll see how long my energy level lasts. Says I want. I need to brush him, but he knows that I need to brush him, and so he avoids me like he's late. I know. It's awful to be the boy. It is. You keep your nose away from that. Because it's the first 6 months of German Shepherd shedding season. It'll be followed by another 6 months of shedding. Oh. 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 Everybody has the ick. I have the I have the exhaustion. Oh, there we go. Okay, I can do this. Maybe it wasn't. I didn't. Go Godzilla. Oh. So yeah, my after stream goals is I gotta go get my Vyvant. And chances are I'll end stream around 11:30 because I want to get. If I take my Vyvants too much later than noontime, I'm up all night and I am just so exhausted that I do not want that. So I gotta go get my Vyvants. I'm gonna do my thrift store circle. And see if there's anything interesting. And I may or may not do that. I want to, but at the same time, I need to finish a few other things before I start. Before I start doing, or have been spring cleaning. I've been getting rid of. Been going through knickknacks and stuff like that. I've been organizing, which is most of my problem, is I'm very disorganized. I love the palliative, I'm sorry, that sucks, and then just move on. We're getting to the grapes part of the grapes. And it you don't even have to be like, I did, yeah, I did this when I had this. Like, you don't have to do the tit for tat. All you got to do is go, yep, I know how that feels, and move on. Because if you do the, well, I did this with this, it turns into a one-upmanship. That's why I'm very vague about what I do. I don't ever want. It's something I struggle with. Is because I don't want people feeling bad for me. I do not ever want to play the victim. I have seen what the victim card gets, and I do not want that. Yep, I know how that feels. You leave it at that. It's blanket statement, even if you don't know how it feels. Yep, I know how that feels. Or, nope, that really sounds like it sucks. Because unless you want to play the victim, and then you get the consequences for wanting to play the victim. Because life sucks for everybody. And all the time, I want to scream, that's not fair. But that does not get me anywhere. It's not productive. It's just, it's not useful. So I have slowly begun to remove the it's not fair out of my life, because I acknowledge it's not fair. We were not born into a society where it's fair. What can I do for myself that I enjoy? Is it saying no? Yeah, and that's the thing. Is they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Do not feed into they're winning. Don't. Yep, I know how that feels. Because the second you go, well, I did this for this, you're playing into it. And people know what they're doing. And I'm as petty as fuck. I am petty as fuck. But the fun in being petty is letting people figure it out and then have that revelation. Yep, I do. But at the same time, so does your mother. And I'm not a saint. Sometimes when someone's complaining, I go, yep, and I can't feel the right side of my body. Where are we going with this? I turn it into something productive because I can't feel the right side of my body. Where are we going with this? I just trudge on with my day and I get what I need to get done for me. And it's because it's not fair. It's not. But dwelling in the it's not fair does not help my mood any. So I go and I do things like, oh, hey, I'm going to just potato. No, and you don't have to say it's fine. You don't have to discount yourself to not. You don't have to discount your pain and suffering to not feed into theirs. That's why the words, I know how that feels. It's both neutral and it holds power. Because you are acknowledging that you know how they feel. And if you and it's taking a leap assuming that they know how you feel, but when you tell someone, I know how you feel, it should make them step back and go, well, I feel kind of gross right now. So if they know how I feel, they at least have the base level of ew. So, I'm going to give you a great example of how don't feed into the victim card. I have a resident who, last night, I was giving insulin shots, and this particular person gets insulin, not a whole lot, and of all the places to get poked for insulin with the little pen needles, your arm is probably the easiest and the most numb spot. Like the back of your arm, there's not a whole lot of ow factor there. Before I've even uncapped the needle, this resident goes, "Oh, please don't hurt me." And I look at him, and I give the shot, and I go, "I'm kind of offended that you would think that I would hurt you. Why would you say something like that?" "Well, I didn't mean it like that." I'm like, "Then how did you mean it?" "Oh, I didn't mean it like that." I'm like, "Okay, fine." And I turned around, and he started calling after me. Like, "Hey, I didn't mean it like that." And he kept trying to engage. And I went, "I'm not talking about this right now." And I'm letting him sit with it. He is very well aware that I am not out to hurt. I'm not out to hurt anybody, ever. Not physically, not spiritually, not emotionally. I'll give you fair warning if I'm out to hurt you. You'll get a written notice. You done fucked up. And I didn't engage him all evening. And I let him sit and think about what he did, and he continually tried to, "Well, can we talk about this?" "Nope, we're not talking about this right now." I gentle parented it. And she won't. But as someone, if you're truly trying to grow, learn, and set your boundaries, acceptance is the first boundary you need to set. And right now, what I'm reading, you're not accepting. I'm sorry, Jules. You have not accepted that. That is her behavior. Because if you did, your answers would be, "I am sorry, I know how that feels." It would not be a reactive answer. It would be, at best, palliative. Right now, you're still very reactive to her behavior. And that's what she wants. And the first step to setting boundaries is acceptance. No one can make you feel a certain way. You opt to take that into yourself and feel a certain way when someone does something. It is a lot of hard work to have that gap between the action and your reaction to pause and go, "Is this worth my time?" And ignoring does not work either. There is a balance, because even in my own situation, there is a balance. It is acknowledgement, but not feeding into it. And that's part of what acceptance is you're acknowledging that they are a problem, that they have problems. It's and acceptance is not the same as forgiveness. I accept that I don't have a great relationship with a large portion of my family. I am confident and calm in my acceptance. Does that mean I do not get help that I desperately need sometimes? Yes. Does that mean I have to do a lot of things that push me to my limits? Yes. I'm not discounting the help that is provided by putting up with some people's behavior. But I had to give up that help to find my peace, to find my help, to find my center. What the hell? Okay. Okay. I lost my spot. Like a book, I lost my spot. There we go. But it's and I can still be very, very, very reactive in certain situations. Um, and I'm still trying to weed that out because it's very much connected to my sense of justice. Um, like if someone asks me a question, and this is like the biggest "it's a trap" sign that I keep missing. If someone asks me a question and I answer them in earnest, and they argue with me, that's a big it's a trap sign for me because I know some people are fishing. They're trying to get stuff out of me. Um and and yeah. I'm not really great at like stepping back from that. Oops. Yeah, I somehow found myself on the uh, the kids who had to go no contact with their no low contact with their parents side of TikTok, and I get called out on a regular basis because it's true. It's I don't talk to my family a lot. It's not because I hate them. Um, it's not because I am angry. It's because I've accepted that if anything is going to happen, they need to make a change that they're not ready to make yet. And if they're ready to have a hard conversation, I'm here for that hard conversation. But it has to go somewhere. It has to be productive. It can't be the oh boo-hoo, I tried my best. I know my parents tried their best. I know my mother worked her ass off. I know they only did what they thought was right at the time. That's I know that. I've accepted that. But just because you took the nail out doesn't mean the hole's not still there. The patchwork of filling the hole, sanding it down, making it look nice again is a lot of hard, tedious work that also needs to be done with both people. It's not just a one-sided thing. I'm sitting here. I am a fence with all kinds of nails in it, or nail holes in it, I should say. The nails have slowly been taken out. But my family has made it very clear, they're not interested in patching the fence. But that burden is not on me. Oh yeah, my therapist canceled for tomorrow, so guess what, guys? Jules, with the way your body functions, I'm kind of surprised you didn't have one like just up in your pocket and you just whipped it out and went, here, carry this one on because it's spare. Mm-hmm. Now, now I'm gonna save you lots of typing. I don't need I don't need you to explain yourself. If you want to explain yourself, awesome. But I don't need it. I understand. Your mom's a shit ass person. You can use as many or as few words as you want. I get you. I feel you. We vibe together. So you can air as much or as little as you want. I get it. Um and I also know tiny keyboards suck ass. I'm the person that you can go, hey, life sucks. And I go, I get it. And we can sit in silence for 45 minutes while I chitter away about nothing, or you chitter away about nothing. Like you're 40 rows of crocheting you could be doing. But do compression socks help with plantar fasciitis? Because that's I thought that was just flat feet. I know arches help with plantar fasciitis. um, because yeah, isn't that where your arch is essentially collapsed? I like talking about things that like I'll deep dive in and I'll believe every word. I do not discount the path that other people are taking. But sometimes just knowing that someone gets it, I'm there. I'm your person. I get it. Um and if you just want to vibe with someone who gets it, and we don't have to talk about a damn thing other than whatever you want. We can talk about how the sky is blue and how watching paint dry might be something I'm doing today. Maybe, if I have energy. Yeah, and yeah, the I know like I I I use the compress. Oh, it's spoopy. I I put on a lot of. I am really good at putting on Ted Stockens. If you need a Ted Stockens gal, I'm your gal. So I've been putting on a lot of Ted Stockens, and my shoulders are telling me about it. Ugh. Though I also think I accidentally took the pain of one of the residents because, yeah. Whoops. I lost my spot again. How? How are you, spoops? Spoops the doodles. Legit, like I'm just kind of surprised you don't have like well, I think a structural support vest might help you out quite a bit, but with lots of pockets, and you just have yourself like uh, zip tied in or cranked in or how or laced in, however you want, whatever kind of support vest that you want. That's what you're getting. Um, and just like have like hooks and pockets where you can like whip out an ankle brace or a wrist wrap or uh I'm sorry, but it's true. I've honestly thought about not necessarily like the core, um like the spandex things for uh like shapewear. I'm not looking for shapewear. I'm legitimately looking for structural support because my back sometimes is just it's awful. I'm looking for I'm looking for structural support that just like attaches to the top of my shoulders and goes down to the bottom of my spine. Essentially a back brace, but only just the shoulders and like literally like the doll armature, the big ass doll armature down the spine, so it provides support and is bendy flexy, but it's not like industrial. I have a knee one. I have a knee structural support. That I should wear more. That I don't. Cause yep. Well, specifically at work, I get too many questions, and I'm like, I am not dealing with this. Like, I don't. It's broken. That's when I get asked about it's broken. Like, what's that? It's an insulin pump. Why do you need an insulin pump? Because I'm broken. Bitches. I lost my spot. Oh well. I think I lost my string too. Really? Okay. Jules, Jules, you just need an exoskeleton. How about we just get you that? We get you a mech. We get you a mech suit, which I think are kind of cool, honestly. And I know they exist, but they're redonkulously expensive. Oh my goodness. Oh. Filling in the grape spots. Grapey power. Taking out the dog hair. Really, though, so close to getting this column done, which I'm pleased with. After I get this outer one done, I'm gonna, when I get to the inside area, I'm gonna do sections of the 20 across. Dog hair. Dog hair's everywhere. They just look different. Actually, tonight we're making some shrimp scampi tonight for dinner. But one of the chores I have to do today is empty the dishwasher, reload the dishwasher. I'm trying to determine if I want to get the chores done before I leave the house or after I come back. I'm probably going to aim for before, just so when I come back, I don't have to do a blessed thing. But we'll see where we get. Yes, it is very yummy. My brain is not processing what you just said. I'll show him salty. Trying to see if I guess the grapes are kind of showing up, like you can see. Kind of see. Today is turning out to be the day that precisely what I thought it would be. It is salt. Salt is salty salt. We can add more salt if you need saltier. Incoming ad break. Nope, that's not what I want. Sometimes you just have to let them figure it out. Have either Spoopy or Jules, have you finished Straw Girl? Have you read Straw Girl? Oh, ad time. Oh, my community's back. Yay! Mhm. I mean, I wonder, does iodine add a different flavor? Because I know most table salt has iodine in it. So here's a bad joke. Why is Batman so salty? You'd be salty too if your theme song was na 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 Batman. Oh, that's totally a him problem. Though I like me a good salty loaf of bread sometimes. Spoons of sugar, and it would have balanced out the salt. But that is a that is a that's a big that's a big boo boo. That, that's just a series of unfortunate events. And also one of the reasons I don't make bread from scratch. So actually today, I'm deciding how motivated I am. I'm not very motivated. Like, I have lots of ideas because I finally have a day off and I want to get them all out of my system and I want to do them all. And realistically, the answer is no. Even with all of my multitasking skills, I could not get everything that I want to get done today done. Yeah, gluten-free bread doesn't work up the same. uh, I found workarounds. Like, I want to do some experimenting with it's a different kind of flour that that yeast reacts with. Because there's no gluten in gluten-free bread, yeast doesn't work the same. Okay, there's that. I've at least cracked 100 stitches today. Ooh, almost done this column. Oh, goodness. be fair, I might finish up this column and call it a day early. I'm still not back in the full groove of stream time, and I'm still not fully recovered from existence. But hopefully Thursday, I'll be able to do longer stream. I don't know. I think a lot of my lack of motivation right now is because I'm not fully and properly medicated. I'm halfway medicated. And I'm honestly really dreading going out. Because it's peoply out there, and there's no sky. It's actually very sunny out today. Like, it is gorgeous outside today, and I just have a lot to do and no drive to get it done at all. Just no. My therapist is stuck down in Washington D.C., so no therapy for me tomorrow. In her defense, she offered telehealth, but just not at times I could get to. We had that last night. That's what I had last night. Okay, I'm taking this as a sign. My string's running low, and I'm running on the end of the section, so I'm taking it as a sign. Well, that was intense. Oh. Oh my. Okay. Pixie, you're fine. You are fine, miss. Wow. Yeesh. Pixie, enough. Lay down. And as if I seem short with my dogs, again, they woke me up at 5:30 in the morning, just so they could whine. So if I seem short with them, it's because I am. I have a nice cake maker. I want to get an electric one. That's my next purchase is an electric one. As well, some days I love the hand spinner. Some days the electric one is just better. Okay, so we started off the day at 5.06%. We are ending the day at 5.09. Wow. Got 136 stitches done. It was a slow day. It was a slow day, my friends. Slow day. I'm gonna go pretend I want to adult. I'll be lurking later on. Oh my holy Hannah. I've had enough of their bullshit. So drink your water, take your bed, be kind to yourself without harming others, be kind to others without harming yourself, and pray for me or my dogs because one of us is gonna need help. I love you all. Thank you for the gift of your time. Thank you for bearing with me in my moments of exhaustion. And I will see you all on Thursday for hopefully a little bit of a longer stream. We'll see where I get.